Welcome friends, in today's edition of Versus, we are focusing on horrific pictures coming in from Bengal and the story of a Muslim woman having been badly treated and manhandled. And those pictures are from Cooch Behar in Bengal. Now the first incident of post-poll violence in which women seem to have been targeted. In fact, these are horrific images that have come which made us focus on this story. It's a matter of national concern that the law and order situation is what it is in Bengal. We in fact saw Bengal reporting almost maximum number of cases during elections of poll-related violence, political violence. That's going to be our focus. Let's look at these facts, then I come back for a conversation.
There is a complete collapse of law and order in West Bengal. After Sandesh Khali, it is Cooch Behar. In Bengal's Cooch Behar, a BJP worker was stripped and beaten up. She was dragged by her hair and subjected to severe physical assault.
Mahila Morcha worker of BJP who has been dragged by her hair and then beaten, stripped off. As photo is available with everyone, and it is really a shameful incident for the Bengali culture and Bengali pride also. Even in case of Sandesh Khali you have observed, then Cooch Behar. So this kind of incident is happening repeatedly, which shows the West Bengal administration is not good enough to keep the women safe in the state.
The opposition, who went berserk over the Manipur horror, has gone completely silent now. The CPIM is demanding answers from Mamata Banerjee.
This type of things are happening. It is nothing new. Many things happen like that, but it's most condemnable things. And anywhere, the women should not be assaulted in such manner. Their dignity should be protected, especially under a state which is ruled by women people.
Immediately, whoever has done this, law must take its course. State government should see that culprits are caught and they are not allowed to go scot-free.
But where is the Ladki Hu Lad Sakti Hu brigade now?
All right, there is a breaking news development coming in on the Cooch Behar horror. National Commission for Women Chairperson Rekha Sharma has made a statement alleging that the Bengal DGP merely gives 2 minutes time on such issues. It seems the National Commission for Women approached the Bengal Director General of Police and they did not get the kind of response they expected on the continuing poll violence, particularly targeting women in Bengal. Let's listen into what Rekha Sharma had to say, then I come back for a conversation with both the sides, BJP and the Trinamool.
This is nothing new for West Bengal because we have been hearing and seeing in my career in NCW throughout. I've been taking suo moto on West Bengal, where women are being beaten up, raped, killed. In fact, in many incidents, they've been killed because they are supporting some other party, and it is like the political party which is ruling in West Bengal, their pastime that they torture women, they kill women, they rape women when women are taking side of another party, whichever party. So I think this has been a trend in West Bengal, and the police is not at all supportive. In many cases, they don't even go for investigation. Wherever they go, they say that things are different than projected by the media, and they don't take any kind of action. So this is prevalent in West Bengal. And NCW is, in this case also, we have taken suo moto. I have written to DGP, and if need be, we will be sending a team there.
Ma'am, if we talk about specifically about West Bengal, time and again we've seen that women especially there have been subjected to some heinous crimes and violence against them. How do you see that, and what is NCW's action plan going forward is going to be in that regard?
See, I myself have visited many times, especially after the elections every result, after the results, there are crimes against women happening in West Bengal, and women are not safe in West Bengal. We have seen in Sandeshkhali how they were being tortured by the political party workers itself, and NCW visited there, and I personally visited many places and seen that the condition of women is pathetic. We have taken suo moto in many places, but because the police is not at all cooperative, and they have to take permission even to file an FIR from the top, so they can't move. When you go to meet the DGP, he doesn't meet. Even if he meets, after 2 minutes he will get a call from someone and he has to leave. So I think everything is conspired by the political party which is ruling over there, and women are, in spite of a chief minister who is herself a woman, the women are not safe in West Bengal.
All right, I'm joined in by Kuntal Krishna of the BJP and Niladri Bhattacharya, who leans towards the Trinamool Congress. Niladri, if I could begin by asking you, since it's the Trinamool government there in Bengal, what's your defense with the kind of political violence we have been seeing in Bengal, particularly these horrific pictures of this woman being treated in the manner, stripped, beaten, assaulted in Cooch Behar?
Abhishek, to start with, it is definitely a heinous crime beating up a woman with the pictures what we are seeing. But having said that, please understand that the police has already arrested 4 people, out of which 3 are women. The police has said that this is a family feud with regard to the land of the paddy cultivation which was there. Investigation is on, and let's see how the investigation develops. But it is not that law and order is in shambles in Bengal. It is not that. Women is not unsafe in Bengal. We have a woman chief minister whose basic idea is Ma, Mati and Manush.
Ma, Mati, Manush and Mach. You know, Niladri Bhattacharya, since you are saying that the law and order is not a problem, you know, violence broke from Cooch Behar in north to Kolkata down south in Bengal on June 5, immediately after the results came out. And those were almost like reprisal attacks happening, targeted at political workers of opponents. I'm not saying that the BJP has not done it. Maybe in some pockets even the BJP has done it. But there is a history of political violence in Bengal. And it seems, Niladri Bhattacharya, that this time, going by the reports, Bengal has beaten the more notorious states insofar as political violence is concerned, with UP and Bihar. It seems Bengal has been showing more propensity for indulging in political violence of late.
It is not like that, Abhishek. The elections has always been violent in Bengal, starting from the left regime. Earlier, we did not have this electronic media and this proactive media. But now, since we have it with YouTube and Facebook and the social media also, that it is coming into light. But politics has always been very violent in Bengal. History says so. But this time, what we have seen, the post-poll violence, as it is said, that post-poll violence has been done from both sides. This time, for the first time, TMC people have been murdered.
Can we have this placid conversation on such shocking incidents of women being targeted in the manner that they do, their dignity compromised? And Kuntal Krishna, the fact of the matter is that while the majority of the incidents, the targets might be opponents of the Trinamool, with the BJP and the left, the fact is that there are pockets where even the BJP workers have hit back at the Trinamool workers.
Bengal is witnessing the worst post-poll state-sponsored violence in the Indian history. Worst. I could see while these serious issues are being discussed, my friend had a smile on his face. Probably this is what TMC thinks. There is no law and order in Bengal. No law and order. When Chief of National Commission of Women,
please don't make sleeping allegations. Come to Bengal and see whether there is law and order.
My friend, please have patience to listen. My friend, please have patience to listen. We are discussing something very serious. worst post-poll state-sponsored violence. People are being targeted. There is a situation of exodus-like situation. And the chief of the police, he doesn't have even 2 minutes to meet National Commission of Women chairperson.
No, what
He
do you
was
want
there
to
to
think?
discuss. He was there to discuss these incidences.
Have tea with the NCW members.
There are incidences reported across Bengal. Everyone knows Sandesh Kali because it came out.
And Sandesh,
but now there
and
are
everyone
similar
knows that
incidences from Cooch Behar, similar incidences from different parts of Bengal.
2,000 rupees,
And state
everyone
is
knows
mum.
that the documents are
State is
signed.
mum.
Everyone knows
The
what
worst
Sandesh
part
Kali
is-
is.
Okay, Niladri, don't interrupt. Niladri, don't interrupt. Let Kuntal complete. I'll come to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Please come again.
Continue.
Kuntal, complete what
Please
you're
can-
saying.
The worst part is, Chief Minister herself being a woman, she is not taking any cognizance. In fact, I'm sorry to say, but things indicate that this is a state-sponsored, party-sponsored violence.
Kuntal Krishna, you shouldn't be sorry to say it because these are facts that are clearly showing a pattern. You know, Niladri, since you are saying that law and order is not an issue, remember the High Court. Remember.
We are living in a civilized democratic society.
Remember-
and such incidents are a shame on our civilized democratic system.
Niladri, you know, the fact of the matter
Yes,
is that Justice Kaushik Chanda of the Calcutta High Court, just about a week back, expressed concern over the manner in which these post-poll violence incidents are happening. He, in fact, sought a report from the DGP in 10 days. I hope the report has been submitted or must be getting filed soon. Also, a division bench of the Calcutta High Court, led by the Chief Justice himself, is seized of a matter following a complaint from the leader of opposition in Bengal, Suvendu Adhikari. Now, the point is, there seems to be a general targeting of BJP workers, and in this case, Niladri, it seems a minority community woman from the minority morcha of the BJP. There is a political messaging in this violence that if the minorities come and vote for the BJP, this is how they would be treated. So in a way, the Trinamool is sending across a message.
No, Abhishek, it is not like that. Because first of all, this cannot be treated as a post-poll violence. This is a clear case of a family dispute with regard to paddy fields. And even the people who have attacked her and who has been arrested are members of their family only. It is not that as if some outsider has come and beaten her up. No, first of all, that is the point. The second point is that once you start saying that PILs are pending, writ petitions are pending, kindly note, as on date, the Calcutta High Court is in seizing of 40 matters filed by the Trinamool Congress with regard to the post-poll violences, and those are also coming up for hearing along with Suvendu Adhikari's petition. So it is not that there has not been any violence. Please understand, I'm not saying that. There has been violence, but there has been violence from both sides. What is a wrong is a wrong.
Okay,
You cannot. Abhishek, just give me 30 seconds. See, I don't appreciate this beating up of a lady. It cannot be justified.
You don't
But please
appreciate, but
understand,
maybe
don't-
a political messaging is happening, Niladri.
it
But
is
I'll
not
come to
that.
that.
It is-
I'll come to that.
It is
Kuntal
not
also
that.
wants to make a point. I'm getting a breaking news development which is connected with Bengal only, and the story we are discussing, which is that the Bengal BJP has set up a 7-member committee that would specifically look into this particular incident. In fact, it's headed by Agnimitra Paul, who's an MLA, and this is
Priyanka Tibrewal.
yes, this is Agnimitra Paul, Sikha Chatterjee, Falguni Patra, Shashi Agnihotri, Malati Rawa Roy, Mafuja Khatun and Jayantore. So basically the BJP getting in top gear, obviously, because one of their political activists has been targeted in the manner that it is Rosanara Khatun in Cooch Behar. But, you know, there is also this issue, Niladri, that when it came to Manipur, the manner in which Trinamool and the opposition, including the Congress party, made it an issue of national debate. Somehow the response when it comes to these kind of incidents in Bengal, targeting women, get a very tepid response. You are almost papering over it.
You cannot, Abhishek, compare apples with oranges. Manipur is a different issue where entire Manipur is burning, has been burning for the last 1.5 years. Manipur is an issue between the Cookies and the Meiteis. Manipur is an international issue of people coming from
Manipur is an
Myanmar.
international issue. Manipur is an international issue.
In Manipur, there is no law and order. Where the police stations are looted day in and day out, the arms are being taken out. The CM has to make an appeal to people that please deposit.
Kuntal Krishna, Manipur is an international issue.
You can't compare Manipur with West Bengal. It is not that.
Kuntal Krishna, Niladri says you can't compare Manipur with Bengal lawlessness because Manipur is an international issue while Bengal is a national issue. At least he admitted it's a national issue.
See, this is what the government and the party into the government in Bengal thinks. They do not take these issues seriously. There are incidences of women being raped. There are incidences, houses being torched. There are incidences of murder, and every incident has got a political connection. Most of the victims are BJP supporters, and the state government is not taking these issues seriously at all. The situation has gone to the extent that Honorable High Court has to take a measure. They have to make an observation. They extended the stay of central forces till a point, and now they have asked Centre to take a decision on this. It simply means that even Kolkata High Court thinks that there is no law and order in West Bengal.
Niladri, please tell me.
Chief Minister also holding, Chief Minister being Home Minister of the state.
Niladri, please tell me.
She must take responsibility of all these things.
Niladri, please tell me. The manner in which the opposition opted for obstruction on the issue of Manipur, not letting the House in order, wanting a no confidence motion, disrupting proceedings, not letting important legislations pass. In fact, not even, participating in the debate and discussion when Manipur was taken up. You think the dignity of a woman in Bengal is less than the dignity of a woman in Manipur?
Abhishek, please see. The issue which you are taking up in Bengal, it is not a political one. It is to be depreciated.
If anything, it is more a political one. In the case of Manipur, at least there is an ethnic component involved. In the case of Bengal, it's purely political one, Niladri.
It is not political.
Violence of political.
That is what I'm trying to make you understand. It is not a political, it is a family issue which with dispute with regard to the paddy cultivation. And what Mr. Krishna is saying about the Calcutta High Court, with 2021 elections, the bunch of petitions were filed in the High Court. CBI was given the responsibility, and the Central Bureau of Investigation has still not yet filed any charge sheet in those matters. So you, for political purposes, you highlight an issue, you try to bring in public opinion to it, and ultimately, at the end of the day, you fail. That's not how a democracy should be run. The police has taken a very proactive step. Police has arrested 4 people immediately within 24 hours of the arrest.
Oh, police has been proactive, you say? After all that has happened, the manner in which the women in Sandesh Khali were treated, including Rekha Patra, and by the way, this is institutionalized. No, this is institutionalized state-backed targeting. This is institutionalized state-backed targeting. I'm giving you example, Niladri. Look at this. Look at this. There have been FIRs against BJP candidates immediately after poll results. Rekha Patra of Sandesh Khali, Hiranmay Chattopadhyay of Ghatal, and Pranat Tudu. Obviously, there is clear political targeting of the opponents happening in Bengal, Niladri.
Abhishek, if someone does any wrong, what do you expect? The police will not file any FIR. If there is an FIR is a first information report given by someone. Let the police investigate. Let the police find out. Let the investigating agencies investigate and find out if there is anything wrong. You can't give a political color just because an FIR has been filed against the BJP so-called
the political color emerges from a pattern that can be clearly seen, Niladri Bhattacharya. Yes. There is a clear pattern in the FIRs, and that's why there is political color.
No, then Abhishek, if I may put it on the other side also, then the pattern, why is the FIRs only being filed against the BJP people? Are those people involved in the commission of any offences? If I may ask the counter question.
Kuntal.
Why
is the BJP
FIR
these kind of
only against BJP candidates? Second thing, Mr. Niladri, BJP is not alleging that central forces should be there. We are not demanding. It was an instruction by Kolkata High Court. Kolkata High Court was reviewing the situation, and after the review, they extended the date, and now Kolkata High Court
petition filed by the leader of opposition. Please
Mr.
get the facts
Niladri,
right,
Mr.
Krishna.
Niladri,
Please get the facts. It is
your
it is
chief of the
pursuant to
police,
a-
your DGP spends hours reviewing security of Madam Mamata Banerjee and his relatives. But your DGP doesn't have even 2 minutes to listen to the pain of women. I'm sorry.
Mr. Krishna,
I'm sorry.
if I may remind
only
you, it was
BJP
our
supporters are
DGP,
being targeted,
Rajiv Kumar, who
and
caught
state is
hold
the
of
party to
Sheikh
this.
Shahjahan.
The worst part
It was
is
our
state
DGP,
is the
it was
party
our
to this.
DGP who caught hold of the Sheikh Shahjahan of the Sandesh Kali issue. It was our DGP. The other forces, ED could not arrest him for 3 months. It was our DGP who arrested him.
Okay,
Before
Niladri,
saying
since Niladri, since it's easy to say that what BJP is saying is politically motivated and they are the principal opposition party in Bengal, look at Hana Molla. She's not BJP and says TMC goons must stop doing horrendous crimes against women. This has always been a pattern of Bengal, which is ironically governed by a woman chief minister. Even the left has suffered a lot. Many were put behind the bars, but the media failed to report that. This is Hana Molla of the left.
No, I'm saying why TMC goon? Any person.
Hana Molla saying that, a left leader saying that. I'm not saying that.
Any crime against women is wrong.
Had the left leaders been saying that the BJP is doing it, you would have believed, I would have believed. They are saying that Trinamool is doing it.
No. What phase the left has? You remember what the left had done for the last 34 years before they were thrown out of power? They had done much more.
Just because they did it, you are also going to do it. You in a way admitted that political violence is part of the political culture of Bengal, has been continuing from the left era, and so will continue now. You almost justified it, Niladri.
No, we have not said that we are doing it. We have said the left has no face to say it because after the atrocities of what they have committed for the last 34 years, and none of which came out. They have done it systematically. They've done it systematically, and they have done to such an extent that the people booted them out of power in 2011. So what is the left saying? It is the woman chief minister who is fully concerned about the safety of the citizens, more particularly the woman. The tagline of Mamata is that Ma, Mati and Manush. So she places the woman on the stature of the mother.
No, but I think the kind of pain, again Niladri, the kind of pain you felt when the Manipur women were treated in the manner that they were, you are not feeling the same pain for the women of your state. And that's really unfortunate. No. But Kuntal Krishna, how strong is this argument that Mamata Banerjee, being a woman and chief minister and the home minister, she's actually taking care of law and order as best as she can?
Mamata Banerjee is treating law and order as worst as she can. And the worst part is, the whole thing is a part of political vendetta. It is a state-sponsored political vendetta. This is the worst part. Indian democracy has not witnessed such kind of exodus, such kind of political vendetta, such kind of post-poll violence. State-sponsored. Mamata Banerjee ji she came with this Nara Ma Mati Manush. And look at the situation of Ma in Bengal. It is shameful. Mamata Banerjee being a woman, a chief minister and a home minister, they are not at all concerned about the women in their state. They are only concerned about their politics. TMC goons.
Okay, Niladri. Niladri, last question to you before I wrap up. We heard that soundbite of National Commission for Women Chairperson Rekha Sharma. She said the police is not supportive. Many times police don't even go to the spot. They go by what the Trinamool cadres tell them. And more importantly, she said that the DGP has no time for her. So, at least the respect for institutions can continue. After all, it's a constitutional body, the National Commission for Women.
No, I definitely understand. I understand the pain of Rekha Sharma. But understand the central teams have been visiting Bengal for anything. If it rains in Bengal, there is a central team visiting to see why it is happening. The point is, what does she expect? She expects the DGP to sit and have tea with her. The DGP is a busy man. He has all the jobs to do. And let them show one incident where the police has not done its job. Let them show one incident where the police has not done the job. The police has been proactive. The police has immediately arrested these people. And please understand, Bengal is a very safe place. Calcutta has been ranked among one of the safest cities in the country. More so than Delhi and other places.
Okay,
So it is a political, this is a political ideology. in sending the central
10
team
seconds
to
quickly.
see
Okay,
anything.
Niladri, let me give last word to Kuntal. 10 seconds
Yes.
quickly, Kuntal, before I sum up. 10 seconds.
Abhishek, Kolkata High Court was forced to make these statements. It was Kolkata High Court's observation that central forces should stay. It was Kolkata High Court's observation that center must decide whether central forces should stay further or not.
All right.
This is what Bengal police is doing.
Okay, thank you so much.
Please, spare these institutions, please.
Spare the institutions. Calcutta High Court watching. Thank you so
Coming
much,
from
Kuntal and Niladri, for
Thank you.
joining us. Remember,
Thank you, Abhishek.
this is a matter of national shame, irrespective of whether these kind of incidents happen in Bengal or Manipur or Telangana or Madhya Pradesh. Targeting women for political purposes is the crassest manner in which politics can be practiced. We are going to continue to focus on that. Short break. On the other side, stories from across the country and across the Republic.
लोन मिलेगा या नहीं ये आपके क्रेडिट स्कोर पे डिपेंड करता है। तो आज ही अपना क्रेडिट स्कोर चेक करें फ्री में पैसाबाजार.com पर। लोन की जरूरत कभी भी किसी को भी पड़ सकती है।
ठीक से एक्टिंग नहीं।
पैसाबाजार.com,
where the software engineer meets the gifted content writer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. Get ready to witness the best technology extravaganza of the year. The first edition of the Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards has received an overwhelming number of nominations. Dominating the categories are AI and robotics, healthcare, edutech, fintech, banking and finance, and martech. Groundbreaking innovations and revolutionary ideas from the largest digitalized economy in the world. Join us as we celebrate India's incredible digital growth story. Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards, Friday, 5th July 2024.
With over 1,12,718 startups igniting innovation, driving digital growth. Over 800 million internet users are bridging distances and strengthening bonds across the globe, making India the third largest digitalized country in the world, accounting for around 46% of the world's real-time digital transactions.
Back, I was fighting and you were fighting with me for justice for two 24-year-old techies killed under the wheels of a 2 crore rupee Porsche car driven by a drunk, super rich, spoilt brat. The High Court said that the killer, super rich, spoilt brat should just go out of jail. And if this, in their view, is justice, then I would say to the lordships, and I would say this with the greatest of respect, that if there is injustice in this world, it is in the exact words of their order. It is in letting down the people of this country. And what is unbearable to me is that the state has not challenged this unfair order in the Supreme Court, and that the Eknath Shinde-led Mahayuti government is giving fake promises to the victim's family along with a 10 lakh rupee check, and that we are all looking away when this kind of verdict has been delivered. I will appeal to the Supreme Court of India, please intervene suo motu in this case. All the people of India are watching.
Get ready to witness the best technology extravaganza of the year. The first edition of the Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards has received an overwhelming number of nominations. Dominating the categories are AI and robotics, healthcare, edutech, fintech, banking and finance, and martech. Groundbreaking innovations and revolutionary ideas from the largest digitalized economy in the world. Join us as we celebrate India's incredible digital growth story. Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards, Friday, 5th July 2024.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A very good evening, viewers. It's 6 p.m. and it's that destination where you get all the stories from the length and breadth of the nation in Across the Republic with me, Deepak Suresh Kumar. First up, let's get you the headlines. All eyes on Siddaramaia's Chief Minister's post after Vokkaliga's here. Now Lingayat's here demands Lingayat CM, fresh conundrum for Congress High Command. Big relief for former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa in the POCSO case. Karnataka High Court stops coercive action by CID. Case adjourned. Every year, same story. In the national capital, monsoon mayhem wreaks havoc. Roads turn rivers. Aam Aadmi face the brunt. Heavy downpour leads to roof collapse in IGI Airport's Terminal 1. 1 killed and 6 others injured. Union Civil Aviation Minister announces 20 lakhs relief for the kin of the deceased. Horror in Cooch Behar shocks India. Woman BJP worker dragged by her hair, stripped and assaulted. BJP questions Mamata Banerjee's silence. Viewers, every day, it's the same story in the national capital. Every time it rains, it is the Aam Aadmi who faces the brunt in Delhi because roads turn rivers, the civic infrastructure is completely in shambles because the visuals on your screens clearly show the brunt being faced by the Aam Aadmi. Bridges, underpasses, everything is waterlogged. Can Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal ensure good governance for the people in the national capital? Well, it certainly doesn't seem like, because the Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital, even as it is busy in meetings, it is the common man who is now facing the brunt of waterlogging. Here's the story.
This is the scene across the national capital of Delhi today. Heavy rain transformed roads into rivers, with vehicles struggling to move through waterlogged streets. The downpour, which lasted only a few hours, was enough to disrupt movement in many parts of the city, including posh localities. Residents and commuters were left stranded, battling traffic snarls and knee-deep waters. The rains have unleashed mayhem, revealing the vulnerabilities in Delhi's infrastructure.
I'm standing right here at the ITO footover bridge where you can see the traffic congestion here. It was just 4 hours of incessant rain today in the early morning, and this is the condition of Delhi. This is the central part of Delhi. There are different places of Delhi where there has been waterlogging, where we have seen that there was Raisina Road as well as Janpath Road, which was fully waterlogged. There are a few ministers' residences which are also waterlogged. There is another instance at Minto Road where truck and car have fallen into the pit, while the condition of traffic here is still worst and the traffic is not moving. We can see that there's 2 kilometer long traffic here at the ITO road, and even on the opposite direction there is a huge rush of vehicles.
Questions are now being raised about the preparedness of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi and the Delhi government for the monsoon season.
We are standing right here at the Jantar Mantar road. This is the Raisena road. I would want my VJ to pan camera and show there was incessant rain since morning today in Delhi, and look at the kind of waterlogging that we can see here at Jantar Mantar road. We can see that the NDMC team here is actively working, and they are indeed trying to open drains so that waterlogging decreases. We can see there's a lot of traffic jam as well, which is happening here. We are standing right in front of the Indian Youth Congress office. Now the viewers must note that IMD has also issued yellow alert till July 3 for the regions of Delhi and Delhi NCR.
Despite repeated assurances, the city's drainage system seems ill-equipped to handle even moderate rainfall. The immediate need for a robust long-term solution to prevent such annual chaos is evident. As the monsoon approaches, Delhiites can only hope for better management and swift action from the authorities to prevent further disruptions.
Well, even as Delhiites continue to hope against hope for good governance and good infrastructure, another tragedy struck the national capital, and this time a roof collapsed in the Terminal 1 of the IGI airport, killing one passenger who was scrambling to get to his flight, and 6 others were also injured. In the latest, the DGCA has now announced the formation of quick response teams across Terminal 1, 2 and 3 to battle such situations in the future. And meanwhile, the Union Civil Aviation Minister has also taken stock. He has held a key meeting, and after the meeting, he has also announced a 20 lakh rupees ex gratia for the kin of the deceased. Here's what exactly happened at the IGI Airport's Terminal 1.
A tragedy struck at Delhi's IGI Airport this morning, as a portion of a canopy at Old Departure Forecourt of Terminal 1 collapsed around 5 a.m. The canopy fell on vehicles, crushing one to death and injuring 6 others. Besides the roof sheet, the support beams collapsed, damaging the cars parked in the pickup and drop area of the terminal.
We are standing at IGI Terminal T1 airport, where the unfortunate mishap took place this morning at 5 a.m. And right now I'm joined by some of the key eyewitnesses who have witnessed the actual account when the incident took place. We are going to speak to know from them only and get to know the exact version what actually transpired at that time. मुझे ये बताइए, घटना जिस वक्त घटी, आप जो है वो सिर्फ इस वक्त मौजूद थे, उस समय क्या हुआ? अचानक हुआ या एक पिलर पे पहले गिरा फिर दूसरा पिलर गिरा? क्या हुआ?
अचानक से सारा एकदम से तेज आवाज़ से बहुत तेज आवाज़ आई और सारा पिलर पूरी की पूरी ये जो छत है वो गाड़ियों के ऊपर गई। उस टाइम पे पैसेंजर उतर रहे थे फ्लाइटें पकड़ने के लिए।
उस वक्त कोई सी फ्लाइट आई थी क्या?
फ्लाइट पकड़ने के लिए जाने के लिए तैयार थी फ्लाइट।
आप इंडिगो के ट्रांसपोर्ट टीम के अंदर हैं, आप बिल्कुल सामने खड़े थे जिस वक्त ये घटना घटी?
बिल्कुल, मैं ऊपर ही था डिपार्चर पे। हाँ जी।
अच्छा, तो उस वक्त आपने क्या क्या देखा?
बहुत तेज आवाज़ के साथ ये छत गिरी एकदम से और इसमें 3-4 गाड़ियाँ दब चुकी हैं, उसमें 1-2 ड्राइवर भी डेथ भी हो चुकी है उनकी।
Civil Aviation Minister took stock of the situation.
Everything is being thoroughly inspected so that any other untoward incident does not happen here. And regarding the flights that are supposed to be operating from T1, we have informed the airlines people immediately that passengers are the first priority for us also. So passengers shouldn't face any inconvenience. So till 2 o'clock, the flights have been cancelled because an immediate alternative was not able to be established here. So till 2 o'clock, the flights have been cancelled, and whatever flights have been cancelled, the passengers have been told that there'll be full refunds to them.
Meanwhile, politics ensued over the tragedy as the opposition questioned the Modi government.
Right now we are standing at Delhi Airport Terminal T1, and here you can see behind me the visual of this unfortunate mishap which took place around 5 a.m. So what has happened at this point of time, that the several beams, several pillars of the Delhi Airport Terminal T1 has got collapsed, and after that what has happened, the shelter area of approximately 200 meter to 250 meter area has also got collapsed. And when that incident took place, several persons were sitting inside that shed area, the shelter area, and 6 persons got injured. And after that, all those 6 individuals have been taken to the hospital, and 1 person have been declared dead at the hospital itself. So apart from that, what we have been seeing, that Union Civil Aviation Minister have assured that all the necessary actions will be taken. And apart from that, if you see, the NDRF 16 Battalion unit is also over here, and they are conducting the operations at this very point of time. And apart from NDRF team, if you see, CISF officials are also over here. Delhi police team is also deployed over here. So currently all the necessary actions are being taken, and all the measured actions are being taken.
As of now, the Civil Aviation Ministry has constituted a team to carry out a probe.
Now moving on, viewers, let's talk about Owaisi's house being vandalized in the national capital, because during the late hours of last night, miscreants vandalized Owaisi's house by throwing ink and also shattering the window glasses of his residence in the national capital. Now, soon after this incident came to light, Owaisi, who was in Jaipur, he was informed about it by his domestic help. And his first reaction, viewers, you wouldn't believe it, was to attack our late freedom fighter Veer Savarkar. He said that the miscreants behaved like Veer Savarkar. That's a shocking response coming in from the AIMIM chief, especially after chanting controversial slogans while he took oath in the parliament. Here's a ground report from what exactly happened at his Delhi residence. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi's residence in the national capital was attacked last night. Ink was thrown and stones were pelted at the house, resulting in broken windows of the party chief's residence. The incident was discovered by Owaisi's domestic help after he returned from Jaipur. Following the attack, Asaduddin Owaisi filed a complaint with the Delhi police, who visited the residence to gather evidence. On the other hand, Owaisi took to the opponents, for he accused them of behaving cowardly like late freedom fighter Veer Savarkar. He also targeted Union Home Minister Amit Shah and Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, questioning the safety of MPs. However, it is to be noted that this is not the first time Owaisi's residence has been attacked. As the investigation unfurls, action against the miscreants is awaited.
Well, days after the AIMIM chief and Hyderabad Member of Parliament Asaduddin Owaisi took oath, and also after that he said Jai Palestine has now sparked a new controversy and a roar across the country. And amid all of this, we see that Asaduddin Owaisi's residence in the national capital was attacked by few miscreants. Well, Asaduddin Owaisi, taking to the social media, he posted saying that now he has lost count on the number of attacks which has taken place at his residence in Delhi under the nose of the police officials and the authorities. And when he spoke to the officials there, the police officials there, they expressed helplessness, is what Asaduddin Owaisi had to state in his social media post. Well, this comes days after he had said Jai Palestine in the Lok Sabha while he had taken oath as the Member of Parliament.
Well, viewers, now speaking about West Bengal, it seems like violence, atrocities against women, and Mamata Banerjee's silence seem to have become the new normal, because even today, Cooch Behar witnessed a horrifying incident. A woman BJP worker was dragged by her hair. She was stripped and paraded and then brutally assaulted. Now, even as the opposition demands justice and continues to rake up the Manipur issue, their silence is also questionable on atrocities against women in West Bengal. In fact, even Mamata Banerjee, a woman chief minister, is failing to ensure safety for women in her own state. Here's what exactly happened.
The woman you see on your screens is a BJP leader. She was targeted by unruly goons allegedly from the TMC. She was dragged by the hair. She was stripped and paraded on the streets. And she was brutally assaulted. Wondering why they did it? Because the woman was in the BJP. The incident has shocked the conscience of the entire nation. Question remains, where are those women's rights champions? How is this case different from Manipur? Where is that lobby that constantly targeted the center over the Manipur video? And the irony here is that the Chief Minister is a woman herself, and now questions are being raised over her silence. Another fact is that 4 people were arrested in the case, and 2 of them were let.
Hope the government of the state to take this incident with all seriousness.
Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's silence is being questioned.
Assault of women in Bengal, now it is a daily affairs. Last 12-13 years, series of women have been attacked, raped, assaulted. It was and all the rape was rejected by Mamata Banerjee as a small incident. It is common knowledge of the whole country. So under her rule, this type of attack on the people, attack on the women, attack on the opposition is a common practice. So this type of things are happening. It is nothing new. Many things happen like that, but it is most condemnable things. And anywhere, the women should not be assaulted in such manner. Their dignity should be protected.
This is a very uncivilized behavior on the part of any person to assault a woman or to humiliate a woman. We have to pay due respect to the women folk. Unfortunately, in the state of West Bengal, we find there is a game of vengeance going on in the post-election era. which is not very happy, and we expect that the people will come back to their common sense and would restore to the life of normalcy. Those who have committed this offence, they must be taken into the book and should be punished accordingly, and the women should be restored to the society with all due respect and honor.
National Commission for Women has taken suo motu cognizance of the case. The incident has brought back memories of the Sandesh Khali case. Trinamool Congress is facing severe backlash. And the biggest question is, will Mamata Banerjee speak up and punish those behind this monstrosity?
Viewers, the power tussle in Karnataka continues to intensify. This time, various demands coming in from various community religious heads. Yesterday, it was the Vokkaligas here who demanded a chief minister's post for that community representative. And today, we have a Lingayats here who's demanding a Lingayat chief minister. So all eyes are on the chief minister's post, and the hurdles continue to trouble the Karnataka government's governance, and the Congress High Command has a lot on its plate. The Karnataka government is now witnessing major implosions. The governance is now facing some serious challenges over leadership. After Vishwa Vokkaliga Mahasamsthana Matsir, Kumara Chandrasekharananta Swamiji demanded a chief minister from the Vokkaliga community, today we have another religious head from another community demanding the same. Listen in.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ರಾಜಕಾರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯ ಬಿಸಿ ಬಿಸಿ ಸುದ್ದಿ ವಿದ್ಯಮಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತೀವ್ರವಾಗಿ ಚರ್ಚೆಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಸವಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆದರೆ
At this point, if there are any changes to the chief minister's post,
ಕೂಡ ಹೆಚ್ಚುವರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಕೂಡ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ.
that a Lingayat is the Panchapita Swamiji Sri Shaila Jagadguru Channa Siddharama Panditaradhya Swamiji, and now he is demanding for a Lingayat chief minister, suggesting the names of MB Patil, Ishwar Khandre, SS Mallikarjun, Shamanur Shivashankarappa. The Lingayat seer says that Lingayat ministers should be given more preference. His demand wasn't just restricted to the chief minister post. He also demanded a Lingayat representation in the DCM post, as he claims that the community voted in large numbers in the previously held assembly elections. Vishwa Vokkaliga Mahasamsthana Matsir Kumara Chandrasekharananta Swamiji on Thursday had raised the pitch for Shiv Kumar as chief minister at the Kempe Gowda Jayanti event. Here, to commemorate birth anniversary of Bengaluru's founder, in the presence of both Siddaramaiah and the deputy chief minister on the dais.
ಈಗ ಡಿ.ಕೆ. ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಸಿಎಂ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು? ಇವಾಗಿರೋ ಸಿಎಂ ಏನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ವ?
ಈಗಿರೋ ಸಿಎಂ ಆಗಲೇ ಅನುಭವಿಸಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಲ್ವ? ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ
one person enjoy all the powers and privileges in Karnataka?
ಸದಾನಂದ ಗೌಡರಾದ್ರು, ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಆದರು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆದರು.
Kumaraswamy and the others also become chief ministers.
ಈಗ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಆದರು.
Siddaramaiah was also a chief minister in the past. Shivakumar, who is also the state Congress president, is a Vokkaliga, a dominant community in the southern parts of the state. Currently, he is the only deputy chief minister. These developments come at a time when there is growing demand within the Siddaramaiah cabinet to have 3 more deputy chief ministers from Veerashaiva Lingayat, SC/ST and minority communities. Remember, there was a stiff competition between Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar for the chief minister's post after the declaration of assembly election results in May last year, and the Congress had managed to convince the latter and made him the deputy chief minister. Along with that, there were also some reports at the time that a compromise had been reached based on a rotational chief minister formula, according to which Shivakumar will become chief minister after 2.5 years, but they have not been officially confirmed by the party yet. Shivakumar has made no secret of his ambition to become chief minister.
while Siddaramaiah had sought public support during the Lok Sabha polls so that the Congress wins the maximum number of seats in the state, which would strengthen his position. However, a section within the Congress is of the opinion that the statement by the ministers seeking 3 more deputy chief ministers was part of a plan by Siddaramaiah's camp to keep Shivakumar in check, amid talks that he might seek the CM post after 2.5 years of this government's tenure and to counter his influence both in the government and the party. With the pressure mounting from all corners, it remains to be seen how the top leadership and the Congress High Command will tackle the situation. With that, it's time for a quick break, but on the other side, we'll get you all the latest developments as far as the roof collapse incident is concerned at the Delhi IGI Airport Terminal 1.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
With over 1,12,718 startups igniting innovation, driving digital growth, over 800 million internet users are bridging distances and strengthening bonds across the globe, making India the 3rd largest digitalized country in the world, accounting for around 46% of the world's real-time digital transactions. To celebrate the makers and shakers behind Digital India and India's phenomenal digital yatra, Republic Business is delighted to bring its inaugural Republic Business Emerging Tech Awards.
यहाँ पर कल और आज को जोड़ती हुई एक बहुत बड़ी विरासत का प्रतीक भी मौजूद है। आजादी की पहली किरण का साक्षी जो आने वाली पीढ़ियों को भी प्रेरणा देने वाला है, वैसा पवित्र सेंगोल और ये वो सेंगोल है जिसको भारत के प्रथम प्रधानमंत्री पंडित नेहरू का स्पर्श हुआ था। ये पंडित नेहरू के हाथों में पूजा विधि कर करके आजादी के पर्व का प्रारंभ हुआ था। आज जब हम एक नई शुरुआत कर रहे हैं, तब हमें
American Pistachio presents Cracking News of the Hour.
Really a shameful incident for the Bengali culture and Bengali pride also, and for the whole Bengal, because Bengal is the only state whose chief minister is a woman.
Women stripped, assaulted, dragged and beaten in West Bengal's Cooch Behar, but the opposition, who said Manipur horror is an international matter, goes completely silent over Bengal atrocity. Just few hours of rain and the roof of Terminal 1 at IGI collapses. 1 person dead, while 6 others have been injured, but the politicians busy passing the buck.
नहीं माने ओके, सभा पटल पर रखे जाने वाले पत्र आइटम नंबर 3
ruckus, chaos and disruption in both houses. Summit sloganeering over the NEET issue. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha adjourned till Monday. Pune murder case raised in the Maharashtra Assembly. Amid criticism, Pune police rushes to file final report in the case. Speaking in the Assembly over Pune murder case, Maharashtra government admits that blood sample of the VVIP killer was tampered. All right, breaking news development coming in connection with the roof collapse at the IGI airport in Delhi, which is that an FIR has been registered and the case has been filed under section 304A, culpable homicide 337, also of the IPC. Terminal 1 roof collapsed in the wee hours today following heavy downpour, the first pre-monsoon heavy shower that Delhi NCR faced, and the infrastructure collapse becoming visible. These are some sorry pictures of the infrastructure collapse. One person lost his life and 5 others are injured, and I'm told an FIR is filed. So let's go to Akhil. He's reporting from the ground there at the Terminal 1 building of the Delhi Indira Gandhi International Airport. Akhil, what more details can you share about the FIR? Any indication of who the accused could be or in which direction the probe is going?
Well, Abhishek, if you see, an FIR has been lodged in this case under the section 304A and 337. And what we have been speaking to some senior officials in the police department, and they are saying that the technical intelligence committee has been formed. The technical team will give the input from this very place, and after that, based on those inputs, the investigation will be completed on that part. Because we have been speaking to some of the officials and we have been asking them this direct question that why can't you see the rust on those ceiling, on those shelter, on those canopy? If you talk about that a major chunk of that portion have collapsed in the morning at that time, but they are saying they're clueless, that they are not ready to comment on that part, that why it has collapsed. So on that part, because if you see the current status, I would like to request my Vijay to show you the visual of this canopies. If you see, Abhishek, this canopy has been recently structured, and this is a new one. But if you talk about the incident, where the actual incident took place, and we went over there at the top, because right now we are standing at the ground floor. Earlier, when we were allowed over there, media were allowed over there, we were there at the first floor at the departure. And at that time, when we saw the metals over there, the iron rods over there, those heavy iron rods were very rustic at that point of time. And I'd like to show you one more visual at this point of time. The process of removal of debris is going to be started soon. A heavy crane machine have been brought in over here, and this machine can lift up to 80 tons of debris. So here you can see this has been deployed over here. So slowly and gradually, because the removal process will start at this point of time from this very first floor. Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much, Akhil, with those updates. And FIR lodge, hopefully accountability would be fixed. There seems to be a clear case of absence of oversight on the maintenance aspect of the Terminal 1 building, the roof of which has collapsed. In fact, Akhil spoke to one of the eyewitnesses earlier. Let's listen to him.
At IGI Terminal T1 airport, where the unfortunate mishap took place this morning at 5 a.m. And right now I'm joined by some of the key eyewitnesses who have witnessed the actual account when the incident took place. We are going to speak to know from them only and get to know the exact version what actually transpired at that time. मुझे ये बताइए, घटना जिस वक्त घटी, आप जो है वो सिर्फ इस वक्त मौजूद थे, उस समय क्या हुआ? अचानक हुआ या एक पिलर पे पहले गिरा, फिर दूसरा पिलर गिरा, क्या हुआ?
अचानक से सारा एकदम से तेज आवाज से, बहुत तेज आवाज आई और सारा पिलर, पूरी की पूरी ये जो छत है वो गाड़ियों के ऊपर गई। उस टाइम पे पैसेंजर उतर रहे थे फ्लाइटें पकड़ने के लिए।
उस वक्त कोई सी फ्लाइट आई थी क्या?
फ्लाइट पकड़ने के लिए, जाने के लिए तैयार थी फ्लाइट।
आप इंडिगो के ट्रांसपोर्ट टीम के अंदर हैं, आप बिल्कुल सामने खड़े थे जिस वक्त ये घटना घटी।
बिल्कुल, मैं ऊपर ही था डिपार्चर पे। हाँ जी।
अच्छा, तो उस वक्त आपने क्या क्या देखा?
बहुत तेज़ आवाज़ के साथ ये छत गिरी एकदम से, और इसमें 3-4 गाड़ियाँ दब चुकी हैं, उसमें 1-2 ड्राइवर भी डेथ भी हो चुकी है उनकी।
अच्छा, तो उस जिस वक्त ये घटना घटी उस वक्त आपने देखा कि एक ड्राइवर जो है उसके अंदर था, गाड़ी के अंदर था?
गाड़ी के अंदर था जी। हाँ जी।
अच्छा, यहाँ पे फिर अफरा तफरी मच गई होगी। एयर होस्टेस हैं, पायलट हैं, जो पैसेंजर्स हैं, वो किस तरफ भागे, क्या हुआ?
सारे कोई सब अपनी जान बचाने के लिए चले गए जी। कुछ जो गाड़ियों में दब गए वो गाड़ी में दब गए।
अच्छा, उस घटने के तुरंत बाद जो फायर सर्विस की टीम है, दिल्ली फायर सर्विस की टीम, वो कितने बजे आती है?
तुरंत सारी मौके पे ही पहुंच गए थे, सारा प्रशासन मौके पे ही आ गया था।
दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम भी आ गई?
हाँ जी।
ठीक है, तो रेस्क्यू करके इनको हॉस्पिटल ले जाया गया? कितने देर बाद
एम्बुलेंस आ गई थी, तुरंत लेके गए हैं।
तो आप चश्मदीद गवाह हैं, तो आप ये बता रहे हैं कि जिस वक्त घटना घटी वो ऑल ऑफ ए सडन घटी?
बिल्कुल जी। हाँ जी, एकदम से ये गिरा। उस टाइम पे सारे अपनी फ्लाइटें पकड़ने के लिए जा रहे थे।
क्या बहुत तेज आवाज थी क्या?
बहुत तेज, एकदम से जैसे बादल फट गया हो।
All right, still staying with the downpour and its after effects, the national capital woke up to the heavy rains Friday morning, which caused widespread waterlogging, traffic disruptions and flooding, particularly in low-lying areas. In fact, the Lutyens zone and the civil lines where the public authorities, many of those political VIPs live, were also not spared. Here's a report.
This is the scene across the national capital of Delhi today. Heavy rain transformed roads into rivers, with vehicles struggling to move through waterlogged streets. The downpour, which lasted only a few hours, was enough to disrupt movement in many parts of the city, including posh localities. Residents and commuters were left stranded, battling traffic snarls and knee-deep waters. The rains have unleashed mayhem, revealing the vulnerabilities in Delhi's infrastructure. Questions are now being raised about the preparedness of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi and the Delhi government for the monsoon season. Despite repeated assurances, the city's drainage system seems ill-equipped to handle even moderate rainfall. The immediate need for a robust long-term solution to prevent such annual chaos is evident. As the monsoon approaches, Delhiites can only hope for better management and swift action from the authorities to prevent further disruptions.
All right, moving on and on to the NEET scam and the probe taking place in it by the CBI. Breaking news development coming in from Hazaribagh, which happens to be one of the key places where the scam seems to have been hatched along with Patna. The CBI team, in fact, is taking the principal of Oasis school from Hazaribagh to Patna for completing the interrogation and taking him to places which are connected with the scam. I am told Jatin joins us live from Hazaribagh on this development. Jatin, when did the CBI team take the principal Ehsanul Haq of the Oasis school to Patna? Who else have been taken? And if the CBI is suspecting their role, why is the agency not arresting them?
आज बिल्कुल देखिए, अब से कुछ देर पहले ही जो सीबीआई की टीम है वो हजारीबाग से 3 लोगों को लेकर अपने साथ निकली है। जो जानकारी हमें सोर्सेज से मिल रही है कि बिहार बॉर्डर अब ये जो टीम है वो टच कर चुकी है और संभवतः कुछ ही घंटों में, यानी कि 1 से 1.5 घंटे में टीम के पटना पहुंचने की जो जानकारी है वो हमें साफ तौर पर मिल रही है। इस टीम में 3 लोग सीबीआई के साथ मौजूद है, जिसमें ओएसिस पब्लिक स्कूल के जो प्रिंसिपल है एहसानुल हक, वो सीबीआई की टीम के साथ है। साथ ही इसी स्कूल के जो वाइस प्रिंसिपल है इम्तियाज, वो इनके साथ है। और एक जो लोकल खुद को पत्रकार बता रहा है जमालुद्दीन, उसको भी पुलिस अपने साथ लेकर गई है। जानकारी ये मिल रही है कि जमालुद्दीन और जो प्रिंसिपल हैं उन दोनों के बीच में संपर्क थे, वो एक दूसरे से टच में थे। और कहीं ना कहीं जमालुद्दीन का जो हजारीबाग में बीपीएससी स्कैम हुआ था, पेपर लीक हुआ था, उसके अंदर भी उसके लिंक्स जो है वो सीबीआई ने एस्टैब्लिश किए हैं। यही कारण है कि इन तीनों को अब यहां से बिहार ले जाया गया है, क्योंकि पटना से ही ये पूरा लिंक झारखंड का सामने आया था कि कैसे वहां पर झारखंड के हजारीबाग के एक स्कूल का जला हुआ पेपर जो ओएमआर शीट थी वो वहां से मिली थी। और उसके बाद से ही सीबीआई ने इस पूरे मामले को इन्वेस्टिगेट करना शुरू किया है। 2 दिन से सीबीआई की टीम यहां पर थी। 2 टीमें हैं सीबीआई की, एक तो प्रिंसिपल समेत 3 लोगों को लेकर बिहार की तरफ निकली है, लेकिन दूसरी टीम अभी भी सीबीआई की इस समय हजारीबाग में ही मौजूद है और लगातार पूछताछ की जा रही है। आज का जो दिन था वो पूछताछ का दौर जो चला वो दरअसल कुरियर कंपनी से जुड़े जो लोग थे उनसे पूछताछ की गई। और जिस तरीके से ई रिक्शा चालक को कल डिटेन किया गया था और उससे पूरी टाइमलाइन पूछी गई कि कितने बजे वो कुरियर कंपनी से जो 9 ट्रंक थे जिसके अंदर तमाम वो क्वेश्चन पेपर थे उनको लेकर एसबीआई बैंक पहुंचा था। तो ये पूरी टाइमलाइन को दूसरी टीम अभी भी हजारीबाग में सीबीआई की बैठी हुई है और इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है। साथ ही आज एक जो सीबीआई के कुछ ऑफिसर हैं वो एसबीआई बैंक भी पहुंचे थे। वहां के सीसीटीवी कैमरों को भी खंगाला गया है और सीसीटीवी कैमरों में बाकायदा वो काउंटर सीबीआई टीम ने नोट किया कि कितने बजे 3 मई को जो पेपर्स हैं वो यहां पर पहुंचे थे। तो तमाम ये पूरी डेवलपमेंट है। लेकिन अब जब प्रिंसिपल को पटना ले जाया गया है तो वहां पर जिस सेंटर में जले हुए पेपर मिले थे उन सभी को भी वहां से रिकवर जो है वो किया जाएगा। सीबीआई की टीम वहां पर पहुंचेगी और पूरे केस को एक एग्जामिन जो ईओडब्ल्यू ने किया उसी तरीके से एग्जामिन करती हुई नजर आएगी। जी
Okay, thank you so much, Jatin. With those developments in the NEET scam, remember, this is a story on which we have been focusing relentlessly because it concerns the future of millions of students, particularly those who appeared in the exams and those who are going to appear later. And the government, of course, has been acting and reacting. But what is important is that investigations seem to be picking up pace. Moving on. Serious lapses have been revealed in the Pune police's handling of the VVIP killer case. The accused was taken to the hospital 5 hours after the accident, not from the accident spot, but from the police station, raising significant concerns. The case has been registered in Section 304A of the IPC. Additionally, the police faces allegations of holding a party inside the police station during the critical hours following the incident. In fact, we have those graphics playing out, but what is important is that these actions have sparked outrage and demand for accountability and transparency in the investigation, even as the High Court, the Bombay High Court, granted relief to the minor accused, the VVIP killer, on technical grounds. In fact, there seems to be a clear pattern emerging now of the manner in which the Pune police has mishandled this case, and the issue reverberated in the Maharashtra Assembly today. Listen in to Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis.
रात्री 2:30 वाजताची घटना आहे. त्याच्यानंतर त्यांना पोलीस स्टेशनला आणलाय. 8:30 वाजता गुन्हा दाखल झालेला आहे. 8:30 वाजता गुन्हा दाखल झाल्यानंतर त्यांची ती मेडिकल झालेली आहे. मेडिकल मध्ये काही असू द्या, पण त्या ठिकाणी त्याच दिवशी 10:30 वाजता वरिष्ठांनी एफआयआर मधलं जे 304A होतं ते केस डायरीमध्ये 304 करायला लावलं. त्याची वेळ आहे, टायमिंग आहे. आणि मी आपल्याला त्याच दिवशी 12 वाजता ज्युएनाइल जस्टिस बोर्डाकडे केलेला अर्ज आहे की ज्या अर्जामध्ये स्पष्टपणे त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे की हिनियस क्राइम आहे आणि याला ॲडल्ट म्हणून तुम्ही ट्रीट करा. त्यामुळे हे सगळं जे काही केलेलं आहे हे करत असताना याच्यामध्ये आपण जर बघितलं तर कुठलाही डिले नाही आहे. डिले कुठला आहे तो मी सांगितला की त्यांनी 8:30ला गुन्हा रजिस्टर जो काही केला त्यानंतर मेडिकलला पाठवलं, त्याच्या आधी पाठवायला हवं होतं. आणि अशा प्रकारचा गुन्हा दाखल करत असताना वरिष्ठांना इन्फॉर्म करण्याची पद्धत आहे ती त्यांनी केलेली नाही. ह्या 2 चुका त्याच्यामध्ये आहेत. पण आपण जे म्हणालात निश्चितपणे प्रत्येक गुन्ह्यातून आपण काही गोष्टी शिकतो. त्यामुळे हे जे काही लूप होल्स आपल्या लक्षात येत आहेत की ज्यातनं कोणीतरी पैशाचा वापर करून त्या ठिकाणी न्याय विकत घेऊ शकेल, पैशाचा वापर करून पुरावे बदलू शकेल, अशा प्रकारचे जे विषय येत आहेत, निश्चितपणे त्याच्यामध्ये अधिक कडक कारवाई आपल्याला काय करता येईल. विशेषतः एक गोष्ट यात मला नमूद केली पाहिजे की 1 जुलैपासनं आपले जे नवीन कायदे लागू होत आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये आता लीगल अँड टेक्निकल एव्हिडन्स आणि फॉरेन्सिक एव्हिडन्स याला जास्त महत्त्व दिलेलं आहे. त्या प्रकारची तयारी देखील आपण केली, पण तो वेगळा विषय आहे. पण त्यातनं निश्चितपणे या गोष्टी ॲड्रेस होतील.
Okay, that was Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra Devendra Fadnavis admitting to lapses on the part of Pune police, including delay in taking the minor accused for medical tests. Sandeep joins us live from Pune. In fact, Sandeep, of whatever I could understand, Devendra Fadnavis also suggested that there is possibility still of the minor being treated as an adult. You think the Pune police is working along those lines in terms of whatever marshalling of evidence they are doing?
See, Abhishek, as far as Fadnavis' statement is concerned, he clearly mentions that, you know, they had gone to a court, the Pune police had gone to the court in the lower court, in fact, wherein the lower court denied the permission and asked to go back to the Juvenile Justice Board court to review the, in fact, petition to treat the juvenile as an adult. But ultimately that was put down by the JJB as well as by the lower court out here in Pune. But the question regarding the Pune police corps and their conduct during this very incident is very crucial. Remember, he goes on to say that the Pune police corps did not, as the incident happened around 2:30 and 3 a.m., the Pune police corps did not in fact register the case initially. Rather, they did not took the FIR nor they took the juvenile to the for the medical test. Rather, the Pune police corps in fact took the juvenile for medical test around 8:30 in the morning, and initially IPC 304A was registered in the morning, and at around 10:30 a.m. in the morning, that was in fact amended. The FIR was amended to 304 of IPC. The question out here, Abhishek, here is that the Pune police corps who were in fact involved in delaying to register the FIR and delaying to collect the medical blood samples, what were the reason that led them to do such kind of a delay? Under whose influence these Pune police corps were in fact working? That is something that needs to be addressed at this point in time.
Right. Okay, thank you, Sandeep. The Deputy Chief Minister, in fact, also hinted at the possibility of corruption playing some role, and that investigation is going on. But such a travesty that despite all the evidence and the pictures and the government admitting lapses, the accused has been let go off the hook by the court. But moving on the other side of a short break, ruckus, chaos and disruption in both the houses of Parliament amidst sloganeering over the NEET issue. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha adjourned till Monday.
Where the software engineer meets the talented photographer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. Get ready to witness the best technology extravaganza of the year. The first edition of the Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards has received an overwhelming number of nominations. Dominating the categories are AI and robotics, healthcare, edutech, fintech, banking and finance, and martech. Groundbreaking innovations and revolutionary ideas from the largest digitalized economy in the world. Join us as we celebrate India's incredible digital growth story. Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards, Friday, 5th July 2024.
Restore our pay, it's not too late. 6, 7, 8. Restore our pay, it's not too late. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've driven our pay to the floor. Strike. We want it. Now. What do we want? Pay restoration. How are we going to get it? Strike.
done you a lot. We've done a lot for you in the past, not for a long list of you. Okay, but you did that. So, good luck, everybody. So, thank you.
Driven our plane to the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Restore our play, it's not too late. 6, 7, 8. Restore our play, it's not too late. 1, 2, 3, 4. Driven our plane to the floor.
Doctors are tired, they're frustrated, but ultimately we're terrified at the state of our healthcare service. Doctors, we're patients, and our families are patients. And we've seen the quality of care in our healthcare system decline over the years. We used to have real standards in this country. Patients used to be seen with an A&E within 4 hours, and now you're lucky to be seen within 12.
On to some international news. In the run-up to the US presidential elections, Trump versus Biden face-off has only gained momentum. In a heated first debate between the two presidential nominees of the Democrats and the Republicans respectively, fierce arguments were held on a plethora of issues that currently dominate the American political scene, from immigration to abortion rights, and from Russia, Ukraine to Israel, Hamas. Whose policies will mark their return to the White House? Let's have a look.
They debated over economy, immigration, abortion rights, the conflict, and much more. In the run-up to the US presidential polls, Trump versus Biden presidential debate brought forth some of the fiercest arguments between the Democrat and Republican candidates. While one leader went all out to convince that he was fit to remain president at 81 years of age, the other tried to move past his felony convictions, wooing an audience of millions to lead his return to the White House. While Trump maintained that under his watch terror would have never been given a free run, President Biden asserted America's approach of pushing for a ceasefire deal. The two leaders clashed over the West's foreign policy in the aftermath of the Russia-Ukraine war. While Biden didn't mince his words in holding Putin accountable, Trump hit out at the Biden government for giving away money to Kiev. An issue that the Blue Party hopes will lead their campaign to victory. The right to abortion debate sparked a fierce face-off. Trump repeatedly insisted that the three conservative justices he appointed to the Supreme Court helped overturn the decision and returned the issue of abortion restrictions to individual states, which is what everybody wanted. Biden countered that abortion access was settled for 50 years and that Trump was making it harder for women in large swaths of the country to get access to basic health care. The two leaders traded blame over the management of the economy. While Trump said that his policies helped America drive through severe economic breakdown during COVID, Biden maintained that the Republicans' friends were the only ones who were wealthy. The first general election debate of the 2024 season has come to a close. With only months to go for the polls to take shape, all eyes on the electoral face-off between the two White House contenders. Cooch Behar horror. Dragged, stripped, and assaulted. India Alliance goes mute.
In the India Today Best Universities 2023 survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
Where the software engineer meets the talented photographer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. Get ready to witness the best technology extravaganza of the year. The first edition of the Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards has received an overwhelming number of nominations. Dominating the categories are AI and robotics, healthcare, edutech, fintech, banking and finance, and martech. Groundbreaking innovations and revolutionary ideas from the largest digitalized economy in the world. Join us as we celebrate India's incredible digital growth story. Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards, Friday, 5th July 2024.
यहाँ पर कल और आज को जोड़ती हुई एक बहुत बड़ी विरासत का प्रतीक भी मौजूद है। आजादी की पहली किरण का साक्षी जो आने वाली पीढ़ियों को भी प्रेरणा देने वाला है, वैसा पवित्र सेंगोल
Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Raju visited injured individuals at the AIIMS hospital following the canopy collapse at the Delhi Terminal 1. He further met the doctors to ensure the victims receive the best treatment, expressing solidarity with them and their families. Naidu reaffirmed commitment to their swift recovery and safety. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan addressed the protest by opposition MPs in Parliament over the NEET issue, emphasizing the government's decisive action. He announced the removal of officials responsible for the NTA and reassigned responsibilities to senior officials. Pradhan appealed to the opposition not to confuse the students amidst ongoing concerns regarding NEET examinations.
किसी भी प्रकार की चर्चा के लिए तैयार है, लेकिन सब परंपरा और मर्यादा के अंदर होनी चाहिए। जब कल परम आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया जी ने अपने प्रारंभिक भाषण में परीक्षा के ऊपर खुद ही एड्रेस किया, ये सरकार की इंटेंशन को प्रतीत करती है।
कूच बिहार हॉरर, dragged, stripped and assaulted. India Alliance goes mute.
With over 1,12,718 startups igniting innovation, driving digital growth, over 800 million internet users are bridging distances and strengthening bonds across the globe, making India the third largest digitalized country in the world, accounting for around 46% of the world's real-time digital transactions. To celebrate the makers and shakers behind Digital India and India's phenomenal digital yatra, Republic Business is delighted to bring its inaugural Republic Business Emerging Tech Awards.
Restore our pay, it's not too late. 6, 7, 8. Restore our pay, it's not too late. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep moving our pay to the floor. Right. We want it. Now. What do we want? Pay restoration. How are we going to get it? Right.
Well done, you lot. You've done a lot in the past, not for a long question you, but there we go. Beat that. It's on. Good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Moving our pay to the floor.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Restore our pay, it's not too late.
6, 7, 8.
Restore our pay, it's not too late.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Moving our pay to the floor.
Doctors are tired, they're frustrated, but ultimately we're terrified of the state of our healthcare service. Doctors, we're patients, and our families are patients. And we've seen the quality of care in our healthcare system decline over the years. We used to have real standards in this country. Patients used to be seen with an A&E within 4 hours, and now you're lucky to be seen within 12. Last winter we had 500 avoidable deaths a week. That's like a Boeing jet of patients going down. That's completely unacceptable.
we're out on strike for the 11th time. Doctors are resolute in their pursuit for pay restoration. We're not asking for it all in one go. We're happy to talk about a journey. We're happy to talk about a multi-year pay deal, but we...
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
This is Republic and you're watching This is Exclusive with me, Shavin Sen. Ladies and gentlemen, a story that we have been relentlessly covering. The Pune Porsche, a total cover-up by the Pune police. Today, Maharashtra government has admitted that the Pune police had completely botched up. We'll take you through full details of how Pune police has diluted the case. So much so, the VVIP killer has gone scot-free. But up first, these are the headlines we're tracking for you at this hour. Woman stripped and beaten in Cooch Behar. Situation in Cooch Behar appears to be tense. Panel to probe Cooch Behar case. NHRC team are likely to land in West Bengal. Every year, same story in Aam Aadmi Party's Delhi. Monsoon mayhem wreaked havoc. Roads turn rivers. Aam Aadmi faces the brunt. Heavy downpour leads to roof collapse in IGI airport. T1, 1 killed and 6 others injured. Union Civil Aviation Minister announces 20 lakhs ex gratia for kin of deceased. Days after killer Brat was released from remand home, opposition raises the issue in Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. LOP claims political influence in the case. Big relief for former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa in the POXCO case. Karnataka High Court stops coercive action by CID. Case adjourned. Well, days after the VVIP killer Brat was released from the observation home, a major admission has now been made by the Maharashtra government. We'll take you through every details of how the Pune police is completely botched up. We have been saying this for several weeks put together, and today the government has finally admitted as to how they've completely botched up this entire case, resulting in a situation that the VVIP killer has now been let scot-free. Let's first take you through the details that we're getting in right now. So why exactly are we saying that there have been clear lapses on the part of the Pune police? What should have been done is that the VVIP killer should have been taken from the accident spot directly to the hospital. But what did not happen? That's the first big lapse. The second is a political party member who was inside the police station. Why this is a problem, we'll hold with this graphic right now. The reason essentially being that you have NCP legislator, details of whom we are going to put out in a short while from now. We're also getting in some breaking news related to the NCP legislator. Remember, Pune police has not acted on him. Third is the VVIP treatment that was given to the brat in the police station. How exactly did that really happen? There are allegations that the Pune police organized some sort of a refreshment, pizza, burgers. These are all allegations that are being leveled, but there is an admission by the Pune police that the SOP was not followed. Let's take you to the fourth one. Police first registered a bailable offence against the brat. They thought that no one is going to really look into it. That's the reason why 304A, death caused by negligence, that's the case that was registered. Non-bailable offence was registered only after much outcry. So culpable homicide not amounting to murder was something that was invoked much later. This too has been admitted by the Maharashtra government, saying that senior officers intervened much later. So the junior officers who were already compromised, they had registered the case. Let's take you through the other one. VVIP killer was taken to the hospital 5.5 hours later. Just imagine the situation. You have the VVIP killer who was under the influence of alcohol, left from the spot, taken to the police station and then taken to the hospital, which means 5.5 hours of delay and things could have been completely changed. VVIP killer was not taken to the hospital from the spot. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the reasons why today, as the Pune police says, it's not a watertight case. It's anything but a watertight case. Let's take you through some more details that are now coming in with regards to what have they found so far. There's no alcohol that is found in the killer brat's blood. This too has been admitted by the Maharashtra government, saying that the first sample did not have any trace. The blood sample was completely tampered. They say that they have taken action against the doctors. DNA sample was taken after inconclusive blood sample. We'll hold with this graphic. Let me just tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Pune Police Commissioner Amitesh Kumar all this while said that both the samples were taken just because this was a precautionary measure. That's not true. The reality is this, that they did not find a trace of alcohol in the blood samples that were initially taken because it was already tampered with. That's the reason why a second sample was taken, but a DNA sample, remember, that too had failed. Let's take you through the other details. Driver was pressurized to take the blame. Remember, the VVIP killer's grandpa, it is he who pressurized the driver, took the driver into custody as a hostage, and then tried to pressurize him to take full blame for the crime. Let me take you through now the details of all that has happened, the timeline to this entire incident starting from 19th of May, when two bright individuals lost their lives, family members who are yet to receive any sort of justice.
Days are passing, but the outcry